Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Exploring with Cece. And today's video is going to be a little different. As you can see, I'm in a garage right now on a treadmill, walking. And for those who watched my last video, you guys know I've been on a weight loss and health journey, trying to level up my life, trying to take accountability for things that I'm not too proud of, that I've been doing to myself and sabotaging my future me, and taking baby steps to improve myself and be more proud of the person that I see in the mirror. And this all kind of happened in August, as I said in my last video. I'm gonna just regurgitate a little bit of information for people who haven't watched it yet. But in August of last year, after my last trip to Jamaica, I just wasn't feeling myself. I was feeling very bloated. I gained quite a bit of weight on my trip, and I just wasn't feeling like myself. When I looked around me, I could feel a lot of tension in a lot of relationships I had, and I also felt extremely overwhelmed and just not in a good headspace. And I promised myself that I would start by working out, baby steps, trying to get my mind and body and soul connected somehow. And I started walking. I started doing something on TikTok that they call the 12-3-30, which is walking on a treadmill at 12 incline at a 3 miles per hour pace for 30 minutes. And I did that 4 times a week consistently for several months. From August of 2023, we are now in May, and that's been about August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. That's been 8 months it took me to lose 30 pounds and maintain that. And at first, I was very disappointed because I wanted quick results, but over time, I just understood it was what needed to be done. I've always tried to rush my weight loss processes, and that hasn't worked out good for me because I've been on a yo-yo gain weight, lose weight journey, and I'm just over that. I just want to be healthier long term and do things that I can keep up with as life proceeds. Now, I had no idea that going back to the gym, starting to walk at least 4 times a week would change my mental health tremendously. Okay, I was at a very low place in my life. Something you couldn't see, I guess, on social media, because as you could see, I was traveling, I was doing all this beautiful Instagram-ish stuff, but mentally I just felt out of touch with myself, and I had to spend more time with myself, spend more time in silence and solace to understand what was going on. And the truth really was that I just felt like I had overworked myself in many ways, and just by neglecting my health, neglecting my feelings, and putting on this strong front of, you know, I can do it all, and just moving like a robot, and that really messed me up. And I started working out, and that really changed the way I saw a lot of things, and even pushed me to work on relationships with my families and friends. I realized I didn't have too many boundaries. I just, whenever someone would call, I was there, and, you know, at the expense of my own mental health and sanity, I was just taking up too many people's problems and allowing them to affect my own mental space. And it got to a point when I finally had to tell a lot of my friends and family that, hey, you guys, I just need a little bit of time right now to clear my head, to work on my own mental space. I can't keep filling up others' cups when my cup is depleted. And that was really rough. It was a rough transition for me because a lot of people that I knew didn't understand what was going on. They felt like, you know, they did something wrong, and it really wasn't them, it was me. And, you know, I just had to leave it at that. Some people didn't understand the boundaries that I was setting, and I had to consistently remind people, hey, I do need some time. I'm not available to take this call right now. I'm not available to listen to your problems. I really can't help you solve them. And I just need to help myself at this current state in my life before I can be of service to others. And it's only through working out and, you know, talking with people around me that I realized that I think this is just part of growing up. It's part of just being more self-aware, because I wasn't very aware of my feelings and my actions and how those affected me and how those affected other people. I'm a Gemini, not gonna lie. I am very outspoken, and many times people have been put off by my attitude. And, you know, I used to play the victim a lot and say, oh, it's them and they don't understand and I'm just me and I'm not gonna change for other people. Realizing that my actions were actually wrong. I was the one in the wrong. I was the one not communicating properly. I was the one not setting boundaries. And I was kind of putting this on myself. I don't know if anybody understands what I'm talking about, but if you know, you know. And I'm learning that sometimes we self-sabotage ourselves by not listening to that inner voice that really we need to be quiet and still to hear. I'm gonna repeat that because it was a lot to say, but sometimes we sabotage ourselves because we don't take time to sit in the silence with our uncomfortable thoughts, our uncomfortable feelings, and be real with ourselves on how our lives are going and how we want them to truly go, and what movements and plans we need to make to get to those goals. And so for me, something I had to think of is, okay, I'm overweight right now. I'm not happy with who I see in the mirror every day. I eat really bad. I don't work out as much anymore. I work a very sedentary job where I'm on the computer all day, and I haven't been moving as much as I need to. And something's gotta give. Something's gotta change if I want to feel better about myself. So I started working out. For those who watched my last video, you guys know I've been doing the 12-3-30 workout, which is a 12 incline, 3 miles per hour, 30 minutes each day. And some days I will alternate between that and walking. And I recently got into interval running now that I've dropped 30 pounds and I feel much lighter. And I also do a lot of weightlifting to work on my back and my posture. And I feel way better than I did just 8 months ago. And I am very proud of the changes that I've made. And I encourage anybody who's in a really foggy mental space to consider finding a hobby that will help you move, help you have some personal time to yourself, where you can put the kids to the side if you have them, you know, maybe find a babysitter or someone to watch them for you, or your partner can help you, or, you know, take some time out of your day to dedicate at least an hour or 30 minutes for yourself, for your mind, body, and soul, because it's really helped me so much. You know, now we're in a day and age where TikTok, like I love me some TikTok, I'm not gonna lie, I've been learning so much on TikTok and YouTube for my business and for myself, but it's also been a huge distraction for my own personal goals. And now I have to just put my phone down and say, okay, TikTok, I'm giving myself 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, the timer goes off, done. Now I have to do something else to better myself. So if you're stuck in a place where you know that you want to do better for yourself, you're gonna have to put that phone down, sis. And this is a sister to sister conversation. You're gonna have to put that phone down. You're gonna have to tell some friends no. You're gonna have to say you're busy and really take that time for yourself, because you are worth the time that you invest into yourself. It's a hard pill to swallow, but a lot of us aren't taking enough time for our own mental health, and a lot of us are not journaling, writing down how we feel, going for walks, embracing nature, getting enough sunlight, getting enough fiber, fruits and vegetables, and wonder why we feel like crap, right? It takes accountability. And that's just where I'm at right now. I'm at that place where I'm taking accountability for my actions and my life. And I've noticed huge changes. I'm so grateful for everybody who has been watching my travel story. And now I just feel like I want to be more open to other sectors of discussion and just talk about my life more. I want you guys to get to know Cece of 2024, and I want to share my goals and dreams with you, and I want you guys to also feel free to share your goals and dreams with me too, because I want to grow and learn and build a community and a safe space where we can all grow and learn from each other. And so if I was to offer a couple of tips for anybody who's feeling down or in a messed up state right now, the first thing I would say is put the phone down. Put the phone down for at least an hour a day and spend some time with yourself, away from other people, journaling, doing something you enjoy, something that will benefit your mind, your body, and your soul. That's been the greatest thing I've done for myself since August, and I've really seen a change in that. And another thing I'm also working on is putting the substances down. The alcohol, it doesn't feel good to drink and have that hangover. And I'm not gonna lie, I love me a cocktail every now and then, but I'm also learning to limit the amount of cocktails I consume, limit the amount of sugar that I consume, because it doesn't make me feel good. The sugar crash is real, and it makes me feel really crappy inside. And just getting enough sleep, getting more sleep in my day, is something I've also been putting in, and that requires me, once again, to put the phone down and say, okay, it's time to go to bed. Let me get my 8 hours of sleep if I can, or let me take a nap if I'm tired, and see how I will feel after that. And so I've just been working on myself, you guys, and I encourage you guys to do the same, because we deserve it. We deserve to take time for ourselves. Like, especially as women, I feel like we're always trying to be superwoman, right? Always trying to do 1,000 things at once, and that's the quickest way to crash and burn and have really dark thoughts and get to a really dark place that is hard to get out of. And so I encourage you guys today to just take some time out for yourself to better your mind, body, and soul. And I just really appreciate everybody who watches my journey. I travel a lot, but I really want to get into a place where we can share our thoughts and feelings, and that's just how I've been feeling lately. So I hope that you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend, whatever you guys decide to do. And till next time, Cece Travels, Exploring with Cece is out. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoy what you are watching. No pressure, but thank you guys for everyone who comments and supports this page. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye, guys.